All right, we in this. We in this, baby. Let's see if I made the wrong decision. But usually on holidays, the market is super bullish. The market is rarely bearish on these days. So I had an opportunity to get in here, but I was looking for the price exactly where my stop is. So hopefully we don't get that now. Hopefully we continue to get some upside. But this was definitely a riskier trade. But I believe in the bulls, baby. We're gonna lose now. Alright. 850. Mm. And this is definitely a slower start to the market, but that's a slow market open. Today is definitely a holiday. It's Labor Day. So I think there we go, baby. I think we're gonna see more algos today than anything. I think the algos will definitely be out to play today. So I'm just gonna follow the trend. Right now, the trend is up. I'm just gonna go long. The market tends to go long on days like these. It's hard to short markets on holidays, so that's what I'm betting on. And I'll accept the loss if I'm wrong. I'll definitely accept it if I'm wrong. All right. All right. So I think this is what we're gonna probably get today. We're gonna we're gonna probably get a slow start. I'm gonna at least stream for at least an hour, at least until 9:30. If the price action is going to be slow, we'll at least get 1 hour. But in the meantime, I have been working on this. I said I was gonna work on it. I'm just glad that I actually took the time to actually do it. But I've been working on this spreadsheet for the spreadsheet tracking the data for the ES and the Nasdaq. So it's pretty clear with the for the Nasdaq. This is CFTC data. I'm gonna go through what CFTC data is. Of course, it's not gonna be. But this is basically the institutions, the banks, the hedge funds. They have to report their positions, and I grabbed all the data from the beginning of the year up until now, and you can see that at least on the Nasdaq, that in the beginning of the year they were buying more than they were selling, and during that March time they started to sell more. And right now you can see that they're kind of in the middle, and we can see that on the charts that we're not getting too much bearishness, we're not getting too much bullishness, but you can see that on the Nasdaq, it was more profitable being a bull than a bear because only 6 out of 6 weeks out of this whole entire year, they were net negative. But for the majority of the year, they were net positive on their positions. On the ES, is definitely a different story because it seems like they short more than they buy. But I'm going to make the assumption that a lot of this is probably hedging. I'm going to make that assumption because you can see that even in the beginning of the year, they were shorting more than they were buying. And they were net negative for the majority of the year on the ES, which kind of makes sense. The ES obviously doesn't move as crazy or erratic as the Nasdaq, so information like this shouldn't be surprising. But uh, anybody that was looking at the CFTC data for the ES, this definitely was confusing, because I was trying to think about, I mean, how do you even interpret this type of data? I mean, yeah, it's more shorts, but then you can see over time that they were adding more longs to their position. So I'm just going to make the assumption that as they was adding more longs, they was adding shorts as hedges to protect their upside position. So I'll actually do one for gold in the USD, and if I probably crude, probably maybe, but gold and USD for sure. I'm gonna actually make that a personal project for, if not this week, going on into the weekend. I mean, today is a holiday, so I guess I could try to do one for gold at least today. But I think, yeah, I'll probably do one for gold probably today. And then probably get USD done as well. But we're gonna do some more spreadsheet stuff. We're gonna be tracking the NA meeting trades. We're gonna be tracking the trades that we take on stream. We're gonna just be tracking a lot of things with these Excel sheets. So that's gonna be a personal project for myself to complete during the weekend. I'm doing the educational content during the weekend. So when the market is closed, I'm doing the educational content. And I will say that, yeah, that doing the rough drafts, creating the structure, doing the voiceovers, finding videos, images to go along with it. These video content creators, I can see why they say that it takes them months to do a video. And I can only imagine how long it takes for how long it takes to create a whole entire movie and an entire production. Because shoot, it takes about 4 to 5 hours to edit maybe a 10-minute video. So I can only imagine what a 4-hour movie takes to how long that takes to edit. You definitely need a whole team for that, for sure. Oh, and I have that indicator similar to what's if you're familiar with things with Bookmap, and they do that TTW trend indicator sometimes. I think he said he showed a similar indicator on NinjaTrader 8. I found it, and now I'm testing it out. So far, I mean, I think we've only seen possibly, I mean, I don't know if you would call that a false signal, but these right here, I would say that these are false signals, obviously, right here. Obviously. I mean, the market was still in the downtrend. I guess the market was trying to find support here in this area, but it just broke through. But if you went long at this indicator and didn't get out, well, I mean, you kind of lost. But for the most part, it definitely identifies the trend at least. I don't see too many false signals on this. So we'll test it out. We'll see. We'll test it out for sure. I think today is a great day to kind of test it out. The market's not moving too fast. We have this indicator pointing to the upside. The bears are obviously trying to short this, but silly bears. The market doesn't short on holidays. All right. What's up, Tommy? Oh yeah. Oh man. Did anybody catch? Oh my God. I forgot. Yo, the NQ is such a bitch. I swear she is, man. I swear she is. So I caught this move. Hold on, I made a mistake somewhere. Uh, so I caught this move on Friday. Man, I caught this move on Friday. Man, I was up like 7K on this move. I kept adding in. I think by the end of it, I was up. I was in about like 4 or 5 contracts. I made about 8K on this move. I needed 50 more dollars to pass this account. Good morning, JC. 50. That's it. And dude, when it got to 50, she dropped, and I was like, no. And I went from only needing $50 to now I need $700 to pass this account because obviously I didn't take the profits. Obviously, I was hoping it was going to give me back my $50. But yeah, when I saw this, I was like, yo, this is going up. This is going up. This is definitely going up. I was struggling to make $700 in my freaking funded account. I finally get into my eval and make 7K. I was like, dude, you can't make stuff like this up. I was telling Smith this. I was like, man, I was struggling to make 700 in my funded account. I turn around and make 7K in the eval. I'm like, yo. It's like, why is it always like that, man? Why is it like that? Why is it like that, man? I did rewatch the stream, and it's like that post lost clarity. Even though I didn't lose, man, I was fighting against some freaking resistance. Where was it at? Where was it at? Because I think it was somewhere. I think it was here. I'm not sure. It was somewhere. And I will say that, yeah, I was fighting the resistance. I was fighting it because I think it was this block of price action right here. Once we got that pop, I was looking for them to break through and at least test 525. And I think that's what I was looking for at the time. But I guess they wanted to double bottom this real quick. And then after they double bottom, they took it out. I think this is where I finally said, fuck it. And then I just went short here because it just felt like they didn't want to come back and test this area right here. So I was like, well, they must want to just drop it here. I think I finally went short here, and then I went long. And then good thing I took a break because I mean they had this massive dump, and then when I came back, because usually I like to come back around like 1 o'clock, 1:30ish, because that's when the market tends to reverse. And right at 1 o'clock, I was like, yo, this looks like this thing's about to explode. So I put in a position. And when I saw it go my way, I just started adding. And then it just shot up. And I was like, yo, what? Especially towards the end of the day. Because I was like, man, if they find support here at 525, I know this shit is about to jump. And once I saw that the Bears was just having a hard time breaking this level, I just said, fuck it. I'm just going to put on a position. And when I saw this massive pump, I just kept adding. Just adding, made 7K on Friday in that damn eval. 7K. And this is why. So I was looking at thing with bookmap chat, and then there was people in there talking about, see, this is what happens when you buy at resistance. And I'm thinking, dude, no. Today is a holiday. We don't short on holidays. You got to understand how this game is played. You short on a holiday, you'll become liquidity. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You can't even look back. You can't even back test and show me a day, especially an American holiday, where the market shorted. You can't. Or at least this year. You can't show me that because it does not happen. The market goes up on holidays. I'm going to reduce my risk though. because that 646 level though, I will say that even though I stand by my statement that we don't short on holidays, I mean we are coming back up into an area of resistance, so we could see a drop here. We could. So just be mindful. Silly bears, we don't short on holidays. The market just says it thanks you for your liquidity donation and it keeps moving to the upside. That's all it does on holidays. It thanks you for your liquidity donation. But so far so good. I mean so far, yeah, so far so good on this trend indicator. That was definitely correct. I'm actually going to put it right here. Like I said, I'm not going to play that game with the market today because we are in an area of resistance and we could see a drop. I would love to be wrong in this situation, but I'm going to protect myself because I don't have the best entry. I literally have an entry at the top. So I'm going to protect myself on this one. Let's look at the ES. So I also got, obviously, well, with the ES, I actually started the blue box. Oh, this right here is my stop loss. So this box right here is a third-party indicator that I paid for a long time ago. I'm just like, I paid for this, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and this is my first time ever using it because it came a part of a package. So what this does is this box is ticks. So this box right now is actually let me just okay. So this is a stop box. So this is a stop box. So basically, stop loss and ticks. So I have a 27-point stop, but I use it for my stop and I also use it for my first two targets. What I mostly use this for is to make sure I have enough room to get my first and my second target. If I have enough room to get my second target, I obviously have enough room to get my first target. And that's what I measured here in this situation. The reason why I took this entry was because in this area, my stop will be underneath this low. So I don't have to move it. I don't have to adjust or add to my risk. My stop is exactly where I want it to be because if it went underneath this low, then it was highly likely that I was super wrong. And isn't that interesting? So I missed my second TP by 4 points. By 4 points, I missed my second TP. Mm. I mean, I'm gonna leave my stop where it is because, like I said, we're kind of in resistance right now. Hmm. You know what? Actually, I'll do this. I'll do that. Hold on. Let me see this real quick. Okay. I'll live with that. A 10-point stop. I'll live with a 10-point stop. Like I said, I don't want to I'll take 10 points of risk. I'll take that. But yeah, so this basically tells me if I have enough room to get my target, and it tells me where my stop should be at. So that's basically what this blue box is for, basically. And what I don't want to happen, what I don't mind doing actually in this situation is if we do get a retest of this area, because we got the 21 pointing up and we got this indicator following the 21 EMA. If we do get a retest of this area, I don't mind adding to the position. And we got this algo that's going to come out in the next 9 minutes. So we'll see. Oh, I also joined the MFF competition. I have to actually figure out how to use Quant Tower, man. I don't know why they made that damn thing so complicated. I'm pretty sure, like, once I get used to it, it'll probably be a decent tool. But man, I hate when I have to actually sit down and actually figure out a platform instead of it just being simple and easy. But I spent all weekend setting that up. I got a 5K static account. My rules with that one is that I'll only trade the ES with that account. I only got $5,000. You can only trade 3 minis and 30 micros in that account at all times. You can't have more than that. You can't have an overnight position, and you can't DCA for some freaking reason. I don't know why, but I will only be trading the ES in that account. So if I can't even DCA into an NQ position, then that's just not even worth it. Trading the NQ. All right, so I mean we are in supply. I guess we could see. I guess we could see that drop, but we'll see. Yeah, Tommy, I definitely agree with you. We are leaving supply. This most likely could be a short for sure. For sure, for sure. I agree with you. And if and I would have normally be in the short. But if you look at the ES, yeah, the ES doesn't even look like it's about to go short. All right, so we got the algo coming up in 5 minutes. But I do agree with you, Tommy. It does look like a short. But man, that looks super bullish on the hourly. Like obviously we're getting downside now. We're obviously getting downside, but Man, a reverse will be so highly unlikely in this area. They would definitely have to flip that candle. They would have to flip this candle for it to be bearish. But we did touch supply though, so this one's gonna be tricky. This one's definitely tricky. Yeah. Yeah, for real, Alfred. Man, okay, so I mean the market's not necessarily moving, so I guess what I can do is I guess I could. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, there it is. I was like, what the hell? All right, so let's look at this real quick. Didn't launch, I don't think. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is probably gonna be. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to run NinjaTrader 8 and Quant Tower at the same time. Okay. So, Alfred, for some reason, are you allowed more than two indicators on your MFF connection with Quant Tower? Because it's not only allowing me two indicators, which is crazy. So, yeah, this is my. So this is my Quant Tower connection. I was trying to figure this shit out all last night. It's like, God damn, why is it so complicated, man? I can only have two indicators. It says that I need a license to have a more than two. The stops or the ATM strategies, I think you have to, or at least it doesn't save the ones I create. I don't know if it's something that maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I create an ATM strategy, but it doesn't save every time I close it. It's like, what's up with that? Ah, man, that's so crazy, man. So that's so crazy. So crazy. So I'm going to have both my Quant Tower and NinjaTrader 8 connection open at the same time. Hmm. And good morning, Mad Moxie. Good morning. All right, so let's do that now because I could have sworn I did that. And all right, so you said create the strategy, right click TP or stop loss, and save it. So okay, let's just do this real quick. So I got a stop loss. My stop loss is usually 36 ticks on the ES. I usually have the first target is at what is it like? I think it's like 45. Then I have like 54, then like 63 or something like that. I'll adjust it. All right, so I mean I save it, and then you said right click it, and then is it save order template? Oh, okay. All right. It's so simple. Thank you. Thanks. Wow. All right, so what can I call this? MFFU comp. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so that's the ES. So like I said, we'll figure that out. All right. Now we'll see if this holds. We'll see if this holds. Like I said, I've reduced my risk to only 9 points or 10 points. Just my luck, it'll probably come all the way back down to 85 or something. Probably back down here to VWAP. And just my luck. Because I mean, I doubt that it goes all the way back down to. I mean, I doubt that it goes all the way back down to. I mean, that'll be a big drop. Well, I mean, we did leave supply, but that'll be a big drop. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna move my stop. I'm just gonna leave it here. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I'll probably look for a re-entry. I want to see what they do around 605, possibly around. Yeah, I want to see what they do here at 605. I mean, if I get stopped out, I'll probably look for another long at 605. Because I'll be looking for 605 to about, because earlier this morning I was looking for an entry around 595 this morning. I was looking for this entry, but as the market was going down, it found support at 5. So I'm thinking that if we get back down here, we'll probably run some of the stops first, probably, maybe. And then they'll probably try to get down here to VWAP. And then I'll definitely try another long here at VWAP for sure. For sure. Hmm. Gee. All right, so VWAP is at what, 591? Okay, yeah. I think yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna get probably a VWAP bounce. Thank you. It'd be definitely nice if you just not stop me out and pump back up. Oh yeah, kind of going back to what I was talking about earlier. Kind of going back to the spreadsheet. Yeah, so it's obvious. At least on the Nasdaq, is obvious. Being bearish this year, you were only profitable 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 weeks out of this entire year so far, being bearish. But if you were bullish this entire year, even if you took losses, you were still profitable this year. And this is why the CFTC data is definitely actually let's go and actually I'm gonna show you guys where I get this information so you can have this information for yourself. CFTC. All right, so it's called the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, and all I'm doing is getting the commitment of traders report. I'm clicking on that. Since we trade CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, because we trade the ES and the Nasdaq in this trade room. So, well, not trade room, but on the stream. This is where we go. But I think ICE is for gold. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look that up. But I'm gonna probably start tracking gold in the USD as well. I think having that information, having when there's buying and selling gold and buying and selling the dollar would be very beneficial. So I'm gonna actually get that as well. But anyway, so you go to the short form and you look for the E-mini S&P. What you're looking for is how long they are and how short they are. And then you also want to pay attention to commercials and what commercials do. So non-commercials are going with the bias. Commercials is for corporate hedging. They actually have products delivered. Now, I don't know what the hell, how you get the E-mini S&P delivered to you. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't particularly care. But for the most part, the commercials is always going to be hedging. So if they're more long than short, then that means that you're more than likely on the wrong side of the market. So it's always good to inverse the commercials and go with the flow with the institutions. And the hedge funds, the banks, the institutions, you want to go with them and you want to inverse the commercials because they're actually getting the stuff delivered to them. Now, the Nasdaq. Oh, actually, I do want to point this out as well. I want to point this out as well. The E-mini S&P. The E-mini S&P, it's probably about 500. You see how liquid the ES is? This is why we'll never see explosive moves on the ES without price action. We will never see it, or yeah, it's highly unlikely that we'll ever see explosive moves without price action on the ES because of how liquid it is. You see how these commercials are buying millions of shares, millions of contracts? They're buying and shorting millions of contracts. If you look at the Nasdaq, you'll see that it's only 65,000. So they're long 65,000 and they're short 44,000. And even the commercials, 130,000, 167,000. This is half of what the institutions buy. This is almost like what 1% of the ES. So we'll always see crazy movement on the Nasdaq because of the low liquidity that it has versus the 300,000 to 1 million contracts that they buy and sell on the ES. So, oh crap. So having that kind of information has been very insightful. And I knew about this a long time ago. It's just that for some reason I always convinced myself to stop tracking it. I don't know why when I know it works, but it is tedious to keep it. It is tedious to maintain and to keep track of. It is tedious. And I think that's probably why I just always stop. But I'm this time around, I'm definitely going to stay. I'm gonna maintain it more often, or it's going to be a part of everything that we do here. All right, so I'm thinking that they're going to probably run these stops. I do want to see what they do at VWAP. I mean, even if we do see a bounce, I'm pretty sure the bears are going to try to come in and try to sell it. But I want to see what they do at VWAP. That's what I'm going to be waiting for. Yeah, man, that sucks, bro. Okay. I definitely have to. I definitely have to. Dude, I don't know, man. Okay, so if I get in here, I mean, man, oh man, it's gonna be tough. This gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. This is tough. This is definitely tough. This is tough. This is tough. This is tough. I'll put it above this candle. If I get in here, my stop Ah, man. Uh, let me look at the ES real quick. Uh, hmm. Yeah, this is tough. That's tough. And Bookmap is not being that much of a help either. It's not being much of a help. I mean, I know we just left an area of supply. We got a 40-point drop to the downside. We're at an area of support or previous support. Mm. If they run these lows, we'll definitely get a stop run to the downside. We'll definitely see that. I mean, I do see people trying to come in at 95. All right. So this is what I'll do. I'll just wait for VWAP. I'll just wait for VWAP. I'll just wait for it. Uh, and I'll probably not have this much risk on, but we'll see. And if I do that, hmm, about 95. I mean, yeah, I guess we could see it. 95. I mean, 79. 79. Man, if they bounce here, man, that'll hurt my feelings. But I mean, if we look at this chart, if we look at this chart, we hmm. All right, so they got this bounce early in the morning in the session. I mean, if they don't protect this area, then this is definitely going down. So where I got my entry at is definitely a good area to try for a long. But man, they're gonna probably, because anything below this, we would definitely see a stop run lower. Ah, man. Ah, man. They're finding support here or they're trying to find support here at 605. But I'm not gonna fall for that. I'm waiting for VWAP. I'm waiting for VWAP. And today is probably like a holiday too. It's gonna probably be like an extra thing. And yeah, I guess that would make sense. That probably would make sense. We'll probably see a move all the way back up to probably see a move up here to 24 because that's where that break of structure happened somewhat. Probably like right here to 24, 27-ish. 24, 27. There goes that stop run underneath these lows. So let's see. All right, so I mean I would have room for my first two targets if I were to get in like right here. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah. I definitely. And then 56. I mean, I would doubt that. I would doubt that. I would doubt that. Okay. All right. So where did it get to? It got to 99. Nah, it got to 99. I said I'll just wait till VWAP. If not, then I'll just. That makes no sense. Map is not being any 615, 623. All right, so I'm in this. So let's see. Let's see. I would find it hard to believe that they don't buy it here, or at least they don't try. I mean, I understand that Nasdaq has that classic trade through VWAP, excite the bears, and then reverse, but we'll see here. Actually, that's not worth it. It's not worth it. So we'll see what we do, what they do here. All right, so if we do see a pop here at VWAP, what we're gonna have to really pay attention to is what they do here at this neckline right here. What they do right here at this neckline at 605. That's gonna be the determining factor if we do see a pop here, because we need to have a close above 605, possibly a retest to see a move like this. But if they get to 605 and we see a rejection, then this range will definitely be a target for the bears going back into this range. Yeah, I'm not working nothing. Mm, yeah, let me see on the ES real quick. Mm, 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 mm. Not gonna lie, it looks bearish, but we'll see what the NQ does here. We are starting to see some life from the Nasdaq. We are starting to see some. Ah, crap! I see it. I see it. Yeah. So if the Bulls fail here, they're gonna stop run lower, and we may get a touch of this damn range. We possibly may see that if they fail. We are starting to see a little bit of life here in the Nasdaq. Nice. Mm, all right, so we got the classic trade below VWAP, incite bears. So let's see. Let's see if this is the real deal or if this is just an NQ classic. Huh? So far, it's looking like an NQ classic to me. Yeah. All right. There it goes. An NQ classic, typical of NQ. This I've noticed the NQ she does this so often that I kind of wait for it now. Is she does it so often? I mean, we're still not out of the water yet, but looking at this candle, I mean, it's definitely it definitely did it. Now, does it mean that I'm going to get my targets hit? I hope it does, but uh, I kind of wait for this now. The classic trade below VWAP, get bears excited, have them add into the position for them to become liquidity for a move up higher. The NQ, I mean, she just does that. It makes sense. I mean, everybody is buying here at VWAP, so it just kind of makes sense to at least get some liquidity underneath these lows and then go in the intended direction. Oh crap, my bad. Mm, okay. So if we do see a pop here, like I said, I'm going to be keeping my eyes here at this neckline right here. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes here, my eyes on this level. Because the Bulls are definitely going to have to reclaim above 605. They're definitely going to have to reclaim that. But I'm thinking that we can at least get the second target hit if the Bulls are serious here at VWAP. We can at least get the second target hit. You see them already trying to come in, trying to front run. Yeah, they're already trying to come in already and trying to front run that level. And then the CBD is negative right now too. All right. So far, so good. So far, so good. Okay. A failure here would mean a failure from the Bears here at this level would definitely mean us at least getting our second TP hit. At least. We can possibly get a retest of this high, possibly, and we can possibly get a retest at the top of this range. But it's all going to depend on what the Bulls, or I'm sorry, what the Bears do here. It's really going to depend. A candle like that, with a candle like that, Bears, y'all better come in. I better come in. Yeah, and this is why I can't be a. And yeah, Tommy, this is why I can't be a Nasdaq bear. I just can't right now. It's just it's. I mean, yeah, this was definitely a short, like we said. I mean, I knew that we was in supply, and it was highly likely that we was going to get this drop, but it's just safer being a bull, man. It just really is. It really is. Like it's by the end of this year, I might just be a bull because I just don't trust the Bears. I just don't trust them anymore. I don't trust the Bears to be Bears. I just don't. On the ES, you can kind of trust Bears to be Bears because, as we talked about before, I mean the Nasdaq, Nasdaq, the ES doesn't play those games. The ES is for real traders, I guess. She'll trade in a range. She breaks a range 9 times out of 10. Selling that retest will always be profitable. It will always be profitable to sell that retest when you see a break of a range. You see an uptrend into a bullish range, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a breakout to the upside. I mean, the ES is just so technical that it's, like I said, it's kind of too easy for, it doesn't challenge me. It doesn't challenge me at all. But with the NASDAQ, you really got to really consider what you're doing. Yeah, we're at supply. We are definitely at supply, but I mean, how often have we been in supply and they just run through it? Like they just run through it. So it's like, yeah, I mean, if you want to take the chance on supply, you can. You'll get a drop, but the bulls will just come right back up and just run you. Like that's why it's like I would prefer to just be a bull and take a loss. I would prefer to trust the bulls and take the loss because I know if I take a loss, I can probably get back into a long and get my money back. Because the Bears ain't going to push it down that far. I mean, even though we had this big massive drop here, they ran it right back up. I mean, we did get a drop, The bulls came back in, they dropped it again, but ultimately, well, this was that day where they just kept going back and forth. But on the Nasdaq, bears are just used as liquidity for the most part. And that's why I just have a hard time trusting bearish price action on the Nasdaq. Okay. All right. I get that first target hit. Got that first target. And I love that I figured out this trailing stop. I got this trailing stop that's just following the position. Either it's going to hit my stop or I can get 2 extra points. At this point, I really don't care what it does because I've made my money already. And kind of going back to right here, this is a stop run right here. This right here is a stop run candle. And it really depended on what the bears was going to do here. If they failed to rotate price lower, we was going to see the stop run, and this is what we got. Come on, baby, hit that target. Hit that hit that target. Hit that target. Hit that target. There we go, baby. We got the 2 extra points, baby. Let's go. The 2 extra points. And this is why I always preach price action is just king. Price action is king. There we go, baby. Got that second target hit. Let's go. Come on, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. No matter what it does here. No matter what it does, I've made my money. All right, that's cool. I'll accept that. Move my stop to break even +1. We good, baby. We good. All right, we good now. We good. All right, we good. And kind of go back to recap the trade. I was waiting for them for the Nasdaq to do her classic move, her classic break retest. Break VWAP, incite bulls, incite bears to short, to pile into the shorts right here, just for them to get trapped. And we see a massive candle like this to the upside. Once the bears failed to protect that level right there, that's when I knew that we was going to get this stop run higher. Look at this look at these candles. These are stop run candles. These are stop run candles. These are all the bears getting getting squeezed out of their positions. That's why I will never be a bear on the Nasdaq. You just really can't. Because I'm looking at the book map chart. I'm looking at the book map chat, and people's talking about it was going to get down here. And I was like, no, it doesn't look like it was going to get down here. But what the book map chat kind of tells me is the mindset of traders. It tells me that people believe that the market is going to go down. I just know better. I was a bear. I'm a bear myself. I just understand that the market has to make certain patterns in order for the bears to really get a good drop. Once we saw this big move up, once we saw this 2-legged pullback into support, and we got a break of this high like this, it's highly unlikely for the market to reverse. That's highly unlikely, unless the only situation that I've seen that we had a big move up and then a big move down is if price is racing to a major area of supply. This is not a major area of supply. This is regular supply. If we go to regular supply, then no, we're not going to see no reversal going down. We're going to see a retracement, people taking profits, and we're going to possibly see a retest of that high. Most likely a retest of this high right here. But if I can actually, let me see something real quick, because what I don't want to do is, where is this at? No, I'll leave it there. That's fine. I'll leave it there. If I can find a nice pattern to look out for. mean, yeah, something like this, I guess. All right, so we got that third target locked in. All right, we got the third target locked in. That's cool. That's cool. We got the third target locked in just for it to hit my target anyway. Like fucking that. Oh my God, Nasdaq. Just for it to hit the target anyway. I swear, man. All right, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Uh, depending on what they do here at this high, I'll just take it off at this high. Oh no! Ah. I don't know why the Nasdaq is so good at doing that. I really don't know why. She's so good at doing that. Okay, so now the next level, if we get a breakout of this level, if we get a breakout of this range, I'm gonna give myself some more profit. Probably put it underneath this candle. Give myself, what is it like? Probably like 27 points. 595, 594 plus 27, 621. This is exactly where I want my. This is exactly where I want my stop. 20. Give myself 27 points. Um. Oh shit! Oh shit! I wasn't paying attention. All right. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. All right. Okay. My bad, guys. I had to cut that. I had to cut it. My bad. I had to cut that. I passed the account. My bad. I didn't realize I passed the account. I had to cut it. All right. I had to cut that. We can get to the send though. All right. So that's another account that I passed. I made 9K. Like I said, I made the 8K, 7K on Friday. And yeah. Well, I guess what I could do, guess what I could do, let's look at the ES. Yeah. I mean that's too high for the ES right now. We could see a retracement and get this out the way. Get that out the way. All right, so shit with the ES. I mean, for any ES traders, I mean, if really literally at the bottom of this range, but I highly doubt. I mean, we got this two-legged pullback into support. We got this massive move up because the ES is very symmetrical. All right, so like right there, got that measure move. All right, so let's see. So about 56.76, 56.76, 56.76, 56.76, 56.76, 76.76. Okay, yeah, we can possibly see a rejection at 73. We can possibly see a rejection there. I mean, there is a high right here. There is a high right here around that 76 area, but I mean, I would just take it off at 73. It ain't even worth it. Not on the ES. That shit ain't worth it. Because I was doing the math on this on I was doing the math. All I need to make $700 on the ES is 11 micro contracts with 11 points. All I need is 11 points to make $700 on the Nasdaq with the 11 contracts, 11 micro contracts. To make $700 on the Nasdaq, I think I need what 36 points. If I were to just have all my contracts taken off at one spot, yeah, I would need like 25 or 26 it. Yeah. Like 27. 27 times 2 times 11. 27 times 2 times 12. Yeah, like 27. About 30 times 2 times 11. 33 times 2 times 11. Yeah, I need 33 points with 11 contracts to make the same amount on the ES with 11 points. All right, so I mean, but we did. I mean, this is tricky right here. This is tricky. All right, so right here, I just kind of want to test something out. We are in the sim. I do want to see if they're gonna retrace here. I do want to see that. I do want to test that out. I do want to test it out. Because I mean, we got price to run. We got price to run across those highs. What I'm really looking for, I'm not thinking the market does this. I'm just looking for my first two targets, honestly. I don't think any of my other targets would get hit, but I mean, we did run this high. We did see a big drop. They did run in liquidity above these highs. Actually, no, 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 that's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work because that's not going to work. We got this big hourly candle on the Nasdaq. They would have to flip this whole candle to be bearish. That's not going to work. Uh, it's not going to work. Yeah, they would have to flip that candle, and I doubt that they would do that. If anything, I mean, I guess I could wait for the position to get to right here. I think if I were to went short, a test of the 21 EMA is probably all I would have gotten. Yeah, probably like, yeah, at the bottom of this range. Yeah, this is bull. Yeah, 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 yeah. We can possibly. I mean, if the market gets above, so if we can get above 685, if we can get above 685 here, if we can get above this, if we can get above 685, we're going to 720 at least 720. Because we got to remember that we got them highs right here. We got them highs at 690, I think. Yeah, we got these highs here at 690. If we can get above these highs, we're going to 720. We're going further than 720. We're going further. We can possibly see 750 if we can get above these highs, especially with all these stops. Like this is engineered liquidity right here. This is engineered liquidity. You got how many layers? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers of stops up here. 7 layers of stops. You got all these stops resting above these highs. We're getting if the market taps into these buy stops, dude, if we tap into these buy stops, the market is going. We're going if we tap into these buy stops. What are you talking about? Shit, nah. What are you talking about, gain weight? I'm long. I mean, I've learned my lesson with the Nasdaq. I mean, even if you're a bear, you might as well just be. I mean, you might as well just be a bull. You might as well be one. You might as well. You might as well just be a bull. And kind of going back to the let's go back to the COT report real quick because I was looking at this as well. Yeah, I was looking at this as well. Look at this. So last week we had more buying than selling. And you can see that from at least from July 30th to August 20, you can see that they've just been back and forth. And then price has been trading in a range since then. This is accumulation. But you can see that even though with all the movement that we had last week, they've been still net positive for the last 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. They've still been net positive in their position. So the market is obviously has a lot more room for upside because the banks and institutions have not sold at all. I mean, they're taking profits obviously, but they're still net long. And the institutions, yeah, they're more short than they are long. I mean, we got to remember that commercials are for corporate hedging. So we always got to inverse the commercials, and they're more short than they are long. You can see that when they were more, you can see how it lines up when they were more, they were kind of neck and neck right here. And you can see that, like what was it in June, we got that big drop, and you can see how the banks and the hedge funds was increasing their short positions. They were increasing their short positions in this time frame where we got that big drop. So if you're not using the CFTC data as part of your analysis, you're definitely cheating yourself. You can definitely have a and actually this works better with forex and commodities versus the indexes. So that's why I'm going to start actually tracking the dollar, and I'm going to start tracking gold. I'm actually making a point to do that this afternoon if I have the time. If I have the time to do it, I'll do it. I guess I'm off today. I might as well do it. I don't have to work. I might as well do it. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. I'll do that. I'll make that my task for the day is to at least put gold on the chart, and if I have the time, put the dollar, the USD on the chart. And we're gonna just track all those instruments because they all go together anyway. Mm, all right. Nah, I gain weight. I know better, man. Going back to what I said before, I know better. I know better. It's always better to be a bull on the Nasdaq than to be a bear. But we actually, so we got to, so we got to 62. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually rejected here at 85. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to see a rejection here at 85, or possibly around 70. Possibly, I think I think we might have touched 70 already. I'm not sure. Maybe. Let me actually take this off real quick. I mean, we do got these highs here. We do have these highs. We did have that break of structure below 664. We had that break of structure at 664. Is that where we rejected at? Oh, look at that. We rejected right at 664. So this is the bears coming in to sell the retest of that break of structure here at 664. They may be successful, they may not be, but the bears are always going to try. They're always going to try. They're always going to try. So they sold the retest of 664, and we'll see. We'll see if the bears can hold it. We'll see. But if we touch this, we're going to stop run higher. When we touch that, we're definitely seeing that stop run higher. I mean, the real question is, do they plan on doing that today, though? I don't switch up game weight. I stay true to my trades. I stay true. But you got to be on your toes with the Nasdaq, though. You got to be on your toes with her. You definitely got to be on your toes with the Nasdaq because you will get a random ass drop out of nowhere. Yeah, we can definitely see at least 725 if we do see a pump here. If we do see that. Oh, you talking about you might have missed it game weight. But no, I went short because I wanted to kind of test it out. Like I said, I'm a bear at heart, man. So my internal voice is always telling me to short at supply. It's always telling me to do that. It's always telling me to do that. But this is the Nasdaq. You can't listen to that impulsive bearish voice. So what I was doing was since I was in the sim, I wanted to test it out. I wanted to test it out. But when I saw the structure, I was like, this is not bearish. That's why I closed it. I wanted to test it out to appease my inner voice, but when I looked at it, I was like, nah, this is bullish. This is not bearish. I'm not gonna be a stubborn bear, a foolish one at that. Now if we see the bulls start to exhaust themselves, then I'll short. I'll definitely short then. If I start to see that exhaustion pattern, and if I can look at a good example for an exhaustion pattern, because we saw one on Friday. So this is actually a good exhaustion pattern for the bears. I mean, it's a two-legged pullback, but this is more exhaustion than anything. Like you can see that the bears tried to short it. They tried it again, and they failed. They failed to break it past this low, so all their stops got ran. And this is a good example of the pattern I'm looking for, and it is an exhaustion from the bulls trying to buy it. And if I can find it, because I think we saw it Friday. I think we saw it Friday. Yeah, right here. But if I can find a better, okay, this is a better one. It's a bigger one. This is a bigger one right here. Because I think I got caught in this. This is actually, yeah, this is what I got caught in. And I think this is exactly, I was like, man, if they break below this, this shit is going down. So this is a good exhaustion. This is the pattern I'm looking for right here. The same pattern that I got caught on stream with. You see how the bulls were trying to buy it? They tried once. They tried it again, and they failed to take out this high. And so all their stops was resting below this area. And that's why we had that nasty stop run candle stops getting hit, going to the downside. And then the bears selling the retest right here as the bulls kept trying to buy it and buy it and buy it. And they stopped them out. Now that's what I'm going to be looking for here. Because my question is, are they really going to run these stops today? I mean, are they going to try to go for this liquidity today? Or are they going to wait until tomorrow? Where everybody comes back into the market. I mean, if we see that stop run higher today, we might see a big correction tomorrow. Because I usually notice that on holidays, the market does have a big run up on holidays. And then the next day when people go back to their desk, they short it. And we see a rebalance, a correction of price. And then is this business as usual once we see that correction? So that's going to be the question today. I mean, obviously right now the bears are trying to sell it. I mean, if they can get it above, if they can get it below this little neckline, so we can see something like a break, the bulls will probably buy at the retest of the 21 EMA. And if we see the bulls coming back right here, and we see the bulls fail to bring it above this, then I would short this. I would actually short that. I would actually flip and short. I would flip this and short it if we can see a pattern like that. But if the bulls can find support here and we see that move up, then I'll just get my targets hit. So that's my plan for right now. That's what I'm watching out for. I'm just watching for both. I'm just figuring out, not figuring out, but watching what both sides of the market is going to do here at this little neckline right here. Because this is 50-50 on either side at this point. The risk to reward is on the short side, but we are still super bullish. So that's why it's 50-50. We are super bullish, but the risk to reward is to the downside. All right, so that thing's gonna keep doing that until it's not updated, I guess. Okay, I gotta figure this stupid thing out. All right. The crazy thing is why the hell did it not just? Why didn't it just? So it's saying that this new update for the DX feed is saying that okay, I can just do this. I can just bring it over here. So it's saying that what this update is doing is that it's adding additional logs to control WebSocket state. It's incorrect ID for OCO. I think it's what does OCO stand for? Anyway, place order function, return incorrect order ID, and copy trader incorrect order synchronization in some cases between Rhythmic and the trading pit. Okay, so it's just fixing some bugs. That's what this update is doing. Okay. Well, it's good to know that I can run both Quantower and NinjaTrader 8 at the same time because I'm not going to play that stupid game with Quantower with its two indicator bullcrap that it's doing. I have to buy a whole another license, and I'm not going to do that. So I'm glad that they're working and harmonious together because there was no other way that I was going to be able to do that. It's so crazy it has to download every time. All right, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this with the ES. So I think to like a pullback into support. I'm actually look at that. Bears, y'all better defend yourselves because y'all about to get clapped again. Typical Bears getting clapped. All right. And that's been happening so often, man. That's just been happening so often. And look at that, dude. That's happening so often. You know, when it gets that break of that range. So the one thing I've been noticing on the ES for the ES traders out there, the one thing I've been noticing on the ES, and this is kind of what I look for, once we get that range break on the ES, usually once we get a break of a range, I mean, either you can sell that retest and get paid, or you can wait for that pullback into another area of support for profit. Obviously, with the ES, you might as well trade with the trend, because the trend is definitely your friend on the ES. You can see that she doesn't play that bullshit that the Nasdaq does, as I always state. I mean, if you switch from the Nasdaq to the ES, your mindset really has to shift, because she really does trade in one direction until she's done, and then she trades in the other direction until she's done. And once we see a range and you see a break of that range into support, 9 times out of 10, this is an easy trade. And this right here, just being at the top of this range right here, like if you got at the top of this range and had your candle, your stop underneath this low, what is that? 40? It's 5 points. 6-point stop. 6-point stops on 11 contracts is like $300. 300, a 7-point stop is probably like 35. And it never would have even touched your stop if you even got in here at the top of this range. Or at least a retest of 48. Well, no, I wouldn't have gotten out 48. I would have got 11 points. So if I got in at 40, at 51, yeah. But at least on the ES, we might see a pullback on the ES, unless they just keep pushing it, which, like I said, I highly doubt. But we might get a pullback at the top of this range, and if it's trying to make that measure move at 7.6, at 676, then we'll probably see a pullback here at this 21, and then we'll see the stops above these highs getting used as liquidity to reach that measure move. Or at least this measure move, at least somewhere close around this measure move. So we'll probably see that on the ES. On the Nasdaq, though, yeah, like I said, this neckline is definitely going to be crucial. It's definitely going to be crucial. Because once I see a break of this line, I'm looking for that short. Oh, I appreciate that, Alfred. So one cancels others. Okay, so if your TP or stop gets hit, then it removes the other order. Okay. Yo, appreciate that, Alfred, because I never knew what that meant, and I never really took the time to even figure that out, to figure out what it meant. That definitely would have been great on Friday. All right, it looks like we're gonna get a break of this low. If we see a break, I'm looking for a short. Someone in the chat is saying sell and put your target at 640. Wow. Yeah, yep. That's actually a good target right there. That's a good target for if you want to sell this, that's a good target. Someone's saying this is a fake dump, passive selling at the 65 level. I mean, we got nothing but stops underneath this. I mean, we got the bulls buying this. We got the bulls buying it here. So we all know that we're going to see that stop run. We're going to see that stop run right there. If the bulls don't hold this, we're going to see that stop run. and we'll possibly see a bounce here at the 21 EMA. And then on the 21 EMA, you got that trend line right here as well. Oh, let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. 659, 659, 659, 659. Yep. Yeah, the ES is too easy, man. Everybody's waiting to buy here at 659 on the ES. So everybody's waiting on this pullback, and they're gonna buy here at 659. Don't mean that it's gonna be successful, but we have a lot of market participants having the orders here, and we also have a wall right above it. So as this goes down, we're gonna see a lot of people trying to buy it, buy the retest. I think they're gonna try to go for that measured move at 767. Let's see. So they got a lot of people trying to take profits at 70, which is smart. Them 6 extra points ain't really worth it on the ES because you might get a pullback just to get your TP. We do got some people trying to take profits at 800 or at least sell at 800. So I mean, we do got a lot of people looking to sell 70 at least today. 70. Yeah. Mm, mm. Yeah, that shit actually works, man. That shit works. All right. Looks like the Bears failed here. So far, the Bears failed. So far. So there goes that stop run. There it goes. Yeah. Yeah, this neckline was going to be important for both sides. A break of this would have meant the Bears were going to be in control, and I was going to sell that retest. A failure from the Bears here meant that they was going to get that stop run candle up. Now, we're still not out of this yet. We're still not out of this. I mean, even though Bears just got stopped out of their position, I mean, we've seen this bull crap from the Nasdaq before. So the real test is going to be here at this level at 685. That's going to be the real test. Because I mean, we can see a nasty red candle, and we can see the Bears trying to still go for at least the 21 EMA. And that's why if you go in the bookmap chat and you follow anybody's advice, obviously take it at your own risk because that guy was like, yeah, sell right here and put your target at 640, which, I mean, it was good. I mean, I'm surprised they did not do it, actually. I'm more surprised they didn't do it. But anybody that followed him or listened or sold that, yeah, they're crying right now because they got stopped out of their positions just now. They got stopped. 655 plus. That's why we always got to trust the charts and not our hearts on this one. We got to trust the charts, not our hearts. Yeah, I guess as long as I got that right. As long as I got that. And again. Ooh. You use margin calls as a stop loss. That's funny. Uh, that definitely is funny though. The Forex community is definitely a funny community, man. They dominate Instagram. The Forex market dominates Instagram, and the stuff that they talk about is so funny. It's hilarious. It's almost like Wall Street bets or Wall Street bets. It's like they don't call this a stop loss. This call this a stop profit or take loss or stop profit. There's so many people that just say, fuck it, I don't even have a stop because it stops me from being in profit. They would rather blow the account than protect their capital. It's funny, man. It is definitely funny. It's stop profit. Stop profit. That's hilarious. A stop profit or take your loss. A take loss and stop profit. That's funny. Oh crap, let's look at that. Let's look at that. All right. Oh yeah, and for all you fair value gap people out there, this is why you don't trade them. They don't work. This shit isn't enough. This is like in 10 fair value gaps and it's trading right through that shit. It's trading right through all your fair value gaps. You got this one, two, we got three stacked on top of each other, and we got price trading right through us. Right through it. But that's not why I actually and this is the 4 hour chart. So this is trading straight through a 4 hour fair value gap. But this is what I was actually want to see where Nvidia is. Damn. Damn. See, and that's what I'm saying, like with the price action. This is why we trust the charts and not our hearts. We talked about this Friday. If I was a stock trader, I would have been selling, or if I was trading options with Nvidia, I would have sold Nvidia because the pattern was super bearish on Nvidia. And I believe we either talked about it on Thursday or Friday that I would have sold this on Nvidia because of the structure. I mean, I doubt that we get to 90 again. I doubt that. I doubt we get to 90. I doubt we get there. Mm, uh, So, I mean, obviously we have this change of character here, this break of structure. A change of character is basically a break of structure. I mean, I don't know why people just make it more complicated. I mean, I guess people would say a change of character is basically the market going from a downtrend and then switching to an uptrend. I feel like that. I feel like that just complicates things. I think it's just easier just to call this a break of structure. In my opinion, I mean, people have their own terminology, but I feel that if you just call this a break of structure because that's exactly what it is, it's just easier. And if I call it a break of structure, when price comes back down here, I can always buy the retest of a break of structure. But if I call this a change of character, it's like, well, this is where the trend changed, but can I feel confident to buy in this area? But that's just me. So I'm gonna call it a break of structure because that's what I'm gonna call it anyway. So we had this break of structure here at 109. So I'm pretty sure that they're gonna probably buy the retest here. That's not financial advice, but just reading the charts, I'm pretty sure that that's probably where the market wants to eventually get to before we start seeing any real upside on the Nvidia. Because this is bearish. I mean, I'm not gonna be surprised if the bulls really pile in on this and we see a big massive move up. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But I mean, if you want to break these highs, I'm thinking that the market wants to at least try out this 108 area at least. At least this 108. Because I doubt we get to 90. 108, 104, probably, yeah, this range right here. Somewhere in this range. We could possibly see the bulls really piling this at this range. But yeah, I doubt that we take out these highs without any real price action. Okay. Okay. So it does appear that they're finding resistance here. That there are finding resistance here. So I'll be on the stream for like the next 5-10 minutes. I'll probably end the stream around like 10:20, 10:30ish. That's usually our cutoff time anyway. So if you're in this long, this is what I'll be waiting for if it doesn't happen before the end of the stream. It is more likely that the market continues to trade up to at least 685. We do have these equal highs at 690. So the question is, will the market take out these highs? If we take out these highs, we'll definitely see somewhere close to 720, or we can see the market continue to push and we can possibly see 777, because that's an area that the market has to rebalance. I would definitely be keeping my eyes on this area tomorrow if we see it, 777. And I'm pretty sure that we'll get a dump right back down to 690. Depending on what happens tomorrow, if we see a dump at 777, that 690, the first test of 690 will probably be the best test to go long. I mean, if that's like the best risk to reward is here at 690, because this has been super resistance. It's going to turn into support. It's definitely going to turn into support. But this 770 level could possibly be considered major supply. We'll see though. This can be considered major supply. I mean, we did have a breaker structure here at 746. So I'll be keeping my eyes on 746. Actually, let me see if I got it marked on the chart already. Let me see if I got it marked on the chart. All right, so 765, I have it marked. 746. Let me see if that's like a golden zone or something like that. So 777 is a golden zone. I'm not surprised by that. 776 is a golden zone. So 845 is lining up with this 23%. All right, so so I do expect a rejection here. If we see a pop and the bulls find support above 685. 720 is definitely in the cards. We can at least see 720, but I think major supply might be here at 777. That may be considered major supply. But if we can get above 777, then I think 833 would be the 820 to 833 will be super resistance, and I would short that. I wouldn't even trade above this. I wouldn't even try to go long above 833. I wouldn't even try to go long. That's too much of an extension. Yeah, we're getting the stop run up higher, but bulls are going to take their profits somewhere. And we got this high at 846, and this high at this massive. So yeah, 865 probably. Yeah, that level at 865. 865 probably. Hmm. Well, hmm. Uh, hmm. We'll see. No, no. That 23% is too strong. That 23% is the truth. I know I just said 860, but my money's gonna be on 833. My money's on 833. 833. My money's on 833 because yeah, it looks yeah okay. Yeah. All right. My money's on 833. If I don't mind being wrong if I make more money, but if I were to be in this long, yeah, my target's gonna be at 833. Probably front run 833 because that could possibly be a left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. And I'm not gonna play with the 23% because I highly doubt that we would take that out. I would highly doubt that. It does seem like the bears are coming in. So this is definitely a short right here, though. That's definitely a short. I don't know where him got into that. Can't do it this way. Oh. What I'm waiting for right now, what I'm waiting for is now a flush of these lows. That's what I'm waiting for now. I think that's good. I know the Nasdaq gonna probably be nasty and not let me be a part of it, but I mean that's fine. At least what 629 possibly. 629. All right, let's see them stops get flushed. Let's see it, baby. Let's see it. Let's see them stops get flushed, baby. There we go. All right. I'm definitely going to move my stop down because we are kind of close to this. The Bulls haven't failed yet. I mean, we did see this big red candle, but they still haven't failed yet. So we got to give the Bears, I mean not the Bears, the Bulls, the benefit of the doubt. It looks like they're about to fail, but they haven't failed yet. You can see them coming in and they're buying here at the 21 EMA, but I think they're done. I think they've exhausted themselves. We'll see. Yep. Yep. I don't know. All right, there it goes. There it goes. Here come that flush. I think this thing's about to flush. You see that right there? They're selling right here at this 21. So, I mean, the Bulls are trying to defend themselves, but as much as they defend themselves, that's how harder it's going to crash. All right, last chance for the Bulls. Last chance. Last chance. Nice. But the writing's on the wall on this one. Okay. All right. So let's see if the Bears come in and sell this retest then. Let's see if they sell the retest. Let's see if they sell the retest here. All right, because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a break of this level right here, a break of it, and the bear selling the retest. That's what I'm looking for. Uh, all right. All right, so this is the candle. This is going to be the determining candle right here for the bulls. It's going to be the determining. Either they hold this or we're seeing a flush. That's the only two options right now for the bulls right now. Either they hold it or we're seeing a stop run, and we're going to see a flush. There goes that flush. The bears failed to hold. They failed to hold that candle, and now we're seeing that flush. Now we're seeing the stops underneath that low getting ran. So they sold the retest here, and now I'm thinking now that the bears are in control. Once we got to sell it at retest, but obviously the trend is still bullish. It's just that for right now, the bears are in control. We don't know. I mean, they could go back here for VWAP again. We could see a bounce at the bottom of this range. And if we do see a bounce at the middle, at the bottom of this range, the bears are definitely going to come back in at 655 for sure. Or they're going to try to come back in at 655 for sure. And that's going to determine if we see that breakout to the upside or if we can see a continuation to the downside. I will say that we have tapped into major supply in this area. We are in supply. We are playing in supply right now. But we just don't sell off on holidays. It's just highly unlikely that we sell off on holidays. All right. But we have noticed that the trend is still green, and that's definitely buying. That's definitely buying right there. And that's why I will not be a Nasdaq bear, because that's definitely buying. But all right, guys, that's all I have for today. We made a lot. We passed an account today. We made a lot of money. We'll come back in and we'll do it again tomorrow. And with that said, peace out.